Hey YouTubers, Rival X Factor, and I have Brian from the Minions. How you doing today?
Doing good.
And I want to talk about all things LAV and tank and situational awareness and how to properly use these vehicles against each other. It's just some thought processes that might help you out. One of the most important things is the tank does a ton of damage in a split second. It's also very, very vulnerable, right? Because the canister shell got nerfed and you can't use that anymore really because the second and a half delay to 2 second delay. So that's no fun. The LAV is a tank crushing machine when you run the anti-armor shells, as I'm doing now. They're also great for buildings, by the way, okay? So let's talk about when the tank has the upper hand and when the LAV has the upper hand and how to put yourself in those situations. Okay, so let's talk advantageous situations for the LAV versus the tank first and foremost. Most tanks and LAVs run reactive armor, which they should. The bad news for tanks is this AA shell ignores that. It bypasses that. The other thing is I have reactive on my front. He doesn't have that. That's going to eat one shot. So let's talk about a situation where I have full reactive armor, and I'm going to go toe-to-toe with the tank. All right, here we go. Now you're going to see I'm positioning myself for this reactive armor. Now I'm toggling over. And look at that. I have reactive armor still on two sides left. Okay? So what you could do is when you rush the tank, and I slowed down my time to kill on that because I didn't switch over to the normal shells each time. I wanted to elongate that a little bit. So if you catch the tank out in the open and you have reactive armor, go ahead, go toe-to-toe with him if you have your anti-armor shells. Just be careful that you position yourself so that he eats some of those shots with his main shell. You can come out of this fight full health, but just remember, you're going to have to retreat to repair your reactive armor. Okay, so let's talk about a situation which is advantageous to the tank. It's any time you can pillar from cover. Again, the LAV does damage over time. It does a ton of it. But the tank is a quick hitter. You take a shot, you get back. Okay? So in this situation, you have the advantage. Alright? Because you are literally just pillaring. He's trying to shoot me while I'm doing this. And he's already disabled. There I missed. I was trying to do a fade shot. And this is something you need to practice at. Is just simply pillaring. Okay? You can also repair. Alright? So, when you pillar, you can do this in the LAV. Absolutely. You pull off 3 or 4 or 5 shots, then you back up. But the longer you're sticking out, the more stuff can see you, the more stuff can shoot at you. So this is the biggest key to winning that tank versus LAV or LAV versus tank fight is knowing when to rush if the tank's out in the open, knowing when to pull back if you're hurt, or when to pillar. Hopefully this helps you guys become better LAV pilots and tankers. Thanks, Brian.